All right, let's jump right into it. Today we're unpacking a really fascinating body of research about our daily digital habits in this explainer. Now look, we all kind of know we probably spend a bit too much time on our phones, right? But the localized, real-world data we're diving into today, it might absolutely change how you view that little device in your pocket. We're going to explore exactly how these devices capture our attention, the psychological toll it takes on us, and most importantly, how we can understand this trap so we can finally escape it. So get ready, because what we're about to uncover is for sure going to shake up your daily routine.
Okay, let's kick things off with a cold, hard number, 8,407. To give you some context, back in 2016, data showed the average person touched their phone about 2,600 times a day. And honestly, that already sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But recent localized research, where users actually installed an app specifically to track their screen taps, revealed a massive and, quite frankly, shocking jump. Over 8,000 times a day. Entirely subconsciously, our fingers are just swiping, typing, and tapping away.
And keep in mind, that 8,407, that's just the average. The absolute extreme end of that same research group, someone clocked an astronomical 16,359 touches in a single day. Think about that for a second. Our phones were originally pitched to us as these handy tools to make life easier, but these metrics show a habit with literally no limits. As the devices get smarter, we really have to pause and ask ourselves what this is doing to our daily awareness.
So, what does this all mean when you zoom out? Well, the lifetime cost is absolutely staggering. Let's break down the math real quick. If you spend an average of 5 hours a day on your phone, and let's say you live another 50 years, you will spend over 10 years of your remaining life doing absolutely nothing but staring at a screen. Over a decade. Gone. Poof. This isn't just about, wasting a lazy Sunday afternoon. This is about forfeiting a massive chunk of your entire human existence to a glowing piece of glass.
Now, here's where things get super interesting and honestly a little dark. There is a wild irony in the tech world. On one hand, you have Steve Jobs, who revolutionized the whole world with the iPhone, yet he famously restricted his own kids from using iPads at home. Then on the other hand, executives like Mark Zuckerberg focus their platforms heavily on maximizing app retention and just keeping you hooked. It's such an eye-opening detail from the research, right? The architects of these platforms often build strict digital boundaries for their own families while simultaneously building the very products designed to addict the rest of us.
Which brings us perfectly to the notification trap. Did you know 95% of users check their phones right before they go to sleep? And many of us check our feeds every 15 minutes without a ping even going off? We're just chasing that phantom dopamine hit. Think about it historically. Humans used to answer to kings or bosses. Today, a little piece of plastic pings and we drop our most important real-life work to answer it. We're practically saluting these notifications like they're our new masters, surrendering our deep focus for absolutely nothing.
And to really grasp the sheer scale of this attention harvesting, just look at WhatsApp usage across different localized regions. You have Brazil, right, with a massive user base sitting at 99 million people. But then, completely dwarfing that is India, standing at a staggering 340 million addicted users. The sheer gap between those two numbers shows just how vast this ecosystem really is and how much human attention is being captured on a daily basis.
And guys, this footprint is growing incredibly fast. Taking a look at Facebook users in India, the source data noted 346 million users in 2022. Fast forward literally just 1 year to 2023, and that projection surged to 444 million. These platforms aren't just holding steady. Every single feature update is actively engineered to scale this retention, trapping millions more in their ecosystem year after year.
But let's shift gears for a second and talk about the psychological toll, because this is a harsh reality check. The social media we're all endlessly scrolling through, it's practically 99% fake. It's all filtered, tweaked, and highly curated to look absolutely flawless. Behind the scenes, everyone is fighting their own battles, yet we constantly compare our messy, real lives to their highly polished highlight reels. It creates a deeply toxic environment of comparison.
So how do we combat this? Well, the source material offers this really profound analogy that I love, the needle versus the sword. You simply cannot compare a needle to a sword because they have completely different, unique purposes. One sews, the other strikes. It's like a giant puzzle where the pieces don't fit together. You are the needle or you are the sword. Once you stop comparing your real, difficult life to a stranger's digital projection, you can actually start breaking that anxiety cycle.
But hey, social comparison isn't the only thing making us anxious, is it? Take this incredibly revealing piece of research out of Australia. It shows that 9 out of 10 people experience palpable, deep anxiety when their phone battery is about to die. We've all felt that, right? That sudden panic when you hit 1%? It sounds slightly ridiculous when you say it out loud, but our emotional stability and sense of safety have become directly tethered to a tiny battery icon.
And that digital tether influences literally everything we do, including the roughly 70,000 thoughts running through the average human brain every single day. 70,000! Now, those thoughts don't just magically appear out of nowhere. They are directly dictated by the media we are compulsively consuming. And right now, we are overwhelmingly consuming endless feeds and fake realities.
Because here's the thing, it creates an undeniable behavioral loop. First, the digital content we consume directly shapes our daily thoughts. Those thoughts, in turn, drive our physical actions. And naturally, as we repeatedly act, it solidifies into who we become as people. It's a direct pipeline. A diet of anxiety-inducing content inevitably manifests in our real-world identity.
Which ultimately leads us to the tragic irony of all this, the illusion of connection. The research is painfully clear here. The more a person uses social media, the higher their feelings of loneliness. It's crazy. We sit in the same room with our families, supposedly connected online, yet we're totally disconnected from the people sitting right next to us. We sacrifice our careers, our time, and real presence for a temporary, false happiness found in endless scrolling.
So I want to wrap up this explainer with a really stark, empowering question drawn straight from our source. Is your smartphone your tool, or are you its tool? The device itself isn't the enemy here. The problem is allowing it to completely master your life. It is absolutely crucial to establish boundaries before this machine steals any more of your time. So the next time your phone pings, just ask yourself, who is really in charge? Take back your time, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.